Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Indianapolis Colts. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? Blue 30. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You better be afraid of me. Focus, focus. Be afraid of me. Check 4, check 4. Right in there. Set.
33 yards that time.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Check.
Travis Carey there to make the tackle.
Black 20. Check it back. It's 2nd and shit. At the Colts 40-yard line.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
White 80. Easy. Welcome.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. There goes a deep ball. End zone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Temple, Rock Ya-Sin. And the 15 to the 16-yard line. But no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Rivers to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bud Dupree racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Just like that. Slam, slam. Big Ed. What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. On first down, it's Taylor. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Lucky. White. Behind.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. He'll find Taylor, that's complete. And they'll go back to the 14. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
They're 180. 180.
Throwing Rivers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers, to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping.
Hey, watch it.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Recon, 152 fighter.
At the 9-yard line.
Hey, zoom.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Watch the slant. Hey, Charlie. Hey, keep on. Let's get in there.
Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Colts are going to take over with a football.
50's a mark. 50's a mark. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50. Here we go. Wait, 89.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Block 15!
Here's Taylor. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Block 15!
On 3rd down, Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And taken right at the 35. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the... And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And he's got his man, Hilton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Hilton's first catch, good for a 1st down. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Rivers flush to his right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Paris Campbell, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Rivers is going to stay out there. They're going to try for this thing on 4th down. They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt and the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on fourth.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Hey. Check.
They'll try and run for it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember,
looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. Matthews, the intended target. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy,
Here we go.
and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
No. Easy. SOS. Watch the twist.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken on the 25. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Jim. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Whip. Quarter. Hey,
now they try the right side here. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. A first scoring update now from Carolina. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. We'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. Now a handoff here to his running back.
You ain't doing nothing today.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
180. Hey, bro, 80. 55 to Mike. Watch the curl.
On first down, it's Taylor. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4.
And whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. From 4 yards out. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about it.
Under pressure, they got him again. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Rivers on the money, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down. They'll run on first down. Taylor. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw is Rivers. Complete to Hilton. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there for Indy. 48 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. This one into the hands of Burton. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Secondary 90, block 11. You get block me. You get block me.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Easy, easy.
Throwing, Rivers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Taylor. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Alert flare, flare. Tighten up, tighten up.
Rivers to throw for it on fourth. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center filders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
And to give this time to the tailback. They find some open field here. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 96 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and that makes the score 28-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, That is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Shot! 230. 22, 44. You ain't going nowhere. Mike, 53. Hey, high 7. Yeah. You don't want none.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. It's caught by Crabtree. You think back to all the big games that Big Ben has had over the years in his NFL career. And numbers-wise, his biggest game came against these Indianapolis Colts. That was in October 2014. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Rivers rolling to his right. Looking deep for Hilton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Like 20. 54, 77, 77.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger sliding out of the pocket, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point now by Boswell. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
The give to Taylor. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. 3rd and long for Rivers. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Steven Nelson. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Boswell for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Next to score, Steelers 42, Colts nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D.
Taylor. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Colts on 3rd down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. They go to the ground again with Taylor. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now on 2nd and 16, Rivers. And the catch made by Hilton. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Now Taylor. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. Got an open man, it's Washington. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Rivers. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Rivers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Mike Hilton. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Take both of them.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ready? Black 30. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. No chance. Say. These 2. Pick the edge. Come. Check. Black. Check. Switch.
20. It's a big play there for the Steelers.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try to run this one in. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This is taken at the 3.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end? And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Steelers, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
what, nigga?
Man, straight trash. Ain't no goddamn sense.
Your internet shit trash.
Nah, my shit good.
This shit lagging.
I shit like.
Yeah, your shit lagging.
Where's my attention?
Rachel, I'm just on the mic talking.
I ordered it a long time ago.
Remember that post from earlier, nigga?
Hello?
It's
7:52 was when you said you only have one more game. Please tell me how that's possible. Huh?
Hey, did he walk today?
He done it walk.
Yeah. And shit.
He did.
Yeah, well. Get off my brother.
Stop here.
He picked him away, bro.
What the fuck that what's the name called? What's it called? What you be riding? The groom.
Yeah, dude. Believe me in Marlboro?
Yeah.
Alright. Where go back what, bro?
No. Where you at?
Ace.
Right here.
Ace, come here.
Mama call you?
Ace, you better come here. Hey, mama. Ace. Ace.
You tired now. Ooh, boy, damn me tired.
Not what I'm looking for.
Ooh, I am tired. I was all out. Ew. Down mailbox back. Right, Ace?
Aces. This
Hey.
neck is huge, Harlow.
Who?
Ace.
Where, boy? Didn't I do?
Downstairs streaming.